Hello guys, welcome to another video. So for this video particularly, I want to really talk about my current situation. Okay, so I didn't really delve deep into my current situation in most of my videos. I kind of like touched on it, but I'm mostly planning. So I feel that my kind of like direction in how I talk about these things is wrong. A lot of things I've been doing is wrong actually. So I might as well just kind of like push that all away and then just start talking about my current situation. So it's 19 December. Okay, it's 19 December and I have finished my exam since 9th of October. So that makes today 2 months plus from my the end of my exam, the end of my university life, and the end of being and the start of really being a worker in a sense, because that's the mentality. You finish school, and you're expected to start your life working. But of course, I'm currently in the phase of menganggur, or I would say being jobless, post school, med school, and this is the kind of like the limbo phase that I really am trying to make an opportunity of with making content. And for most people, for me, honestly, I feel that I'm kind of like being a lot of step back away compared to other people that I know, because some of them are working in clinics, some of them are doing kind of like content creation and actually earning money compared to me, and some of them decided to kind of like just spend time at home and kind of like have fun, and that's productive in their own right, because life after this limbo is going to be hell as in housemanship. So I understand that clearly, and I am feeling a little bit kind of uncertain about my ability to kind of like survive that in a sense, because let's be real, med school doesn't really prepare you for work life. They prepare you for the knowledge, but that really highly depends on you. So yeah, they don't really prepare you for work life, and that kind of worries me a lot. And also that my clinical skills suck. Frankly, honestly, I'm not sure if I can hit up a lot of granulas or a lot of injections, even though that's a basic skill for a big houseman. I mean, people would say that you train during that time, but worries that won't disappear. The worries, because in the end of the day, my hands are the one that I need to be worried about. So, and I know that my hands are really not that skilled enough for those to do those on a daily basis. So that's why sometimes I feel like I am kind of like insecure compared to from friends who can do that easily, and who are currently working in clinics and doing them on a daily basis. So um, the feeling is really hard to kind of like dissipate from my brain, but I just have to keep moving, I suppose, because I have other goals that I'm trying to achieve, which is this whole YouTube channel, and my other kind of social medias that I'm trying to grow. So yeah, that's the kind of like worries. That's the current situation, and right now, with talking about productivity, I have this kind of like thing where I'm feeling a lot of this imposter syndrome, because I want to talk about this, but in reality, I am not this at all. I am not productive at all. Imagine, like, I'm not working, I'm not earning money. That's kind of like significant. I am practically throwing out money for the most part with all of the things I'm kind of like having commitments to since med school, because I have things like what Google Drive and all that kind of thing, and most of these things are paid for by my parents. So it makes me feel that I'm not really independent. I'm really dependent. I am frankly very, very dependent at this point, and that kind of like makes me feel small, because hey, look at me, I'm 25 years old, I'm not working, and I'm dependent on my parents, when people are already earning and living on themselves. But to uh and imagine that kind of situation, and I'm trying to sit here and preach to people about being productive. So it feels wrong, really wrong, and it feels really stressful, because that's my passion. I love talk. I think about that all the time. I'm looking at my document, like that's kind of like where I'm arranging my life, and I really want to talk about this, but it's difficult when you feel insignificant and feel small and feel that I'm not in the right phase to talk about this. But um, in reality, really is who is really prepared to start doing this kind of thing? Who's prepared to do anything? I mean, in the end of the day, it's all about just starting, just doing the thing. Like for example, housemanship. Like housemanship will happen. I'll have to face doing the things that I'm worried about and train my way through. I mean, like you gotta do the thing to get good. You don't get good at something and worry about by just worrying about it and being uncertain about it and not really doing it and then procrastinating and then end up really not achieving much. Like for example, this whole talking to the camera about productivity when I'm myself am not productive is going on because I only know how to improve, and I will only improve and I will only gain kind of like people's attention the more I do something. So um yeah, that's the whole gist. Like if I don't do this video, then I'm gonna be delaying to do another video, so might as well just do something, right? So I think that's kind of the first thing. It's a do something principle. I forgot if this is the exact thing. Is that just to do something by actually just starting to do it, rather than just thinking about doing it or planning to do it. So just do it. So um, I started a series such called "Something is Better Than Nothing," which is that's basically this principle. You gotta do something rather than not do anything at all. It's better to fail doing something and failing at it at the start rather than not doing anything and not failing and being regretting not doing the thing that you want to do. So that's pretty much the whole point of this holiday for me. It is for me to start doing something in my life that is meaningful to me, which is making content. Like be it music, be it article, blogs, vlogs like this, or cinematic videos that talk about productivity. Like there's so much things that I want to achieve before I am thrown off into housemanship, being a doctor, because those times my life will be just stuck with, like a big chunk of my life will be in the hospital and I won't have time to make content. So imagine being in the hospital all the time, and when I go back home and I'm tired, how much time and mental energy I can have to sit down and make content. Okay, because I don't know if you can understand this, but starting to learn to sit in front of a camera, and just start recording on the spot, or maybe have a preparation or plan. I mean, for example, I can have a kind of like a draft here on my screen right now and start talking off it. It's tough, especially when you have never done it before. Like you'll feel awkward, you'll feel that maybe the way I say something is not right. Maybe I should have said it like this. Then you stop recording and you start again. Which is why I decided to not plan at all my videos at first. It's wasting my time because my goal really is to start practice talking. Okay, that's the main thing. I have to keep doing this because I need to practice. I need to get out hundreds and hundreds of videos of me doing shitty things, then get good at it over time. So that's why this video is here. But for me, I've done this so many times. I've done this on TikTok. Now I'm doing this on YouTube. But now I want to really talk about my life, really talk about my struggles, and then build up from here, because life is hard when you are fighting with your internal demons of being uncertain, being unsure at the start of everything. And I kind of like watch a lot of like other creators in this space, and and also in business, because I'm kind of like trying to learn about business a little bit. The start is always nothing, and you have to think of this in years, okay? Because I have to think about doing this kind of content, this kind of like work, because this is frankly work, in terms of years, because that's the reality. Like I am good at music production now because it took me 10 years to learn about music. It took me, I learned classical music from grade 1 to grade 8 for ABRSM on piano, And then after that, I tried to explore music on my own, in my own style. And that also, I started 2019 to start producing video music, and that sucked. And I feel depressed about it. But now, 2025, I'm not really famous, but I can make background music for my videos, and people do comment about those songs, and they say, "Wow, you really know how to pick the music." But hey, I made that for that video on the spot. So that's a skill I have after years of learning and mastering. So now I'm trying to make use of that skill with this whole thing. So see, being at a level that people start to recognize and to kind of like compliment or really be entertained with, it takes years. So that's why this limbo phase, I'm not expecting much. Honestly, I'm expecting not much from other people, but I need to expect much from myself, which is to keep making content. So um it's tough, but I have to keep doing it. I feel that actually I am more natural now talking to the camera. I feel that because I do know some people who are watching this, like for example my girlfriend, some of my close friends, and my family. And after the few videos that I've made, like the short films in Malay, for the competitions, they really enjoyed my work, and I'm really happy because even though I'm feeling this way, maybe some of the work I'm doing is really, you know, um, something worthwhile for once. And I can't miss this opportunity to kind of like grow as a content creator. So I have to keep going. Even though I try to kind of like push myself to make more quality stuff, but honestly, with my life right now, trying to figure out to make cinematic crap is really difficult. Like, I have to plan where I want to shoot in my house, and then I have to deal with the fact that I don't have my monitor screen right now because hey, I broke my iPad screen. I have to get that fixed, and then the whole thing of being planning to so much planning, and then less content is made. So I think right now I should put that as a side chain, in a sense. Side chain, no, that's the wrong term. More of a side task to grow that cinematic kind of thing. But for now, I just want to spend time and talk about my life. I need to get used to talking about myself in this manner, to make better content in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now, I guess. I'm happy that I sat down and talked about this, about my insecurities of making content, because fuck hell, man, it's tough, bloody tough. And because you're fighting with yourself, being a nobody, and then when your content hits the wrong people, they will judge you. So thinking about people judging you is another issue. And I mean, people judging you doesn't really matter, because who the hell are they? You're nothing to them, and vice versa. They're nothing to you. So because just keep going, Daniel. This internal pep talk to myself, who's gonna be rewatching this video. I mean, at the end of the day, it's one step at a time. I'm happy that I'm sitting here recording. I have this amazing microphone. I can just directly link to my phone, so I have to only do a little bit of editing just for my voice to be clearer. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And more to come on this YouTube, because yeah, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, more to come in the future. Bye bye.